Hello guys, so I've really wanted to make a video about how I made $3,632 with my Grow Your Blog Summit. For a long time I wanted to do this, but I haven't had the time. I haven't really, thought about like, all right, I'm gonna do it today. So I wanted to quickly go over how I made that much money with my Grow Your Blog Summit. We featured New York Times bestselling authors, millionaire bloggers, Amy Schmittauer, she's a YouTuber, and we really kind of featured a lot of different people. But I wanted to dive into how I did that, because there's probably a lot of you out there that saw me make money with my virtual summit and saw me put one on, and you want to put your own on, and you might want to explore doing that, and you're like, how do I do that? Like what are the steps and the processes that I should take? So this might be a little bit of a long video, but I'm gonna go over my strategy, how I made it, how I made everything, the timeline for how I made everything, my numbers, how many email subscribers I got, how much money I made, how many all access passes I sold, and all of my tactics for how I did all of these. So let me just get right into it. The first thing that we need to realize is virtual summits are extremely difficult to put on. The timeline of mine was I started in October of 2017 and I finished and wrapped it all up at the end of March of 2018. So overall, it was a 6-month period where I was, putting on this virtual summit. So it's very, very difficult. It's very time consuming. There's a lot of details that you need to keep your eye on, and it may or may not be as financially rewarding as you think, but there are rewards in other ways, and I'm gonna get to that at the end of the video, okay? So what is a virtual summit? A virtual summit is basically just an online event where you interview a bunch of experts in a particular field before the virtual summit goes on, and then you air those interviews over the course of 3 to 5 days or 10 days, however many days that you want. The interviews are actually free during the 4 days, 4, 5, 6 days of your virtual summit, but afterwards you lock the videos, you take them down so people can't see them anymore. If people want to watch the interviews later, they can just simply buy the all access pass and they get lifetime access behind a paywall somewhere. I use teachable.com to lock all of the interviews behind a paywall. But that's how you make money from a virtual summit. That's how you put one on, and that's just the basic gist of it, okay? So number 3, there's a lot of major steps that you have to go through as you put on a virtual summit. The first one is reaching out to your experts, locking down interviews with them, and then actually setting up a time and interviewing them and recording the call via a tool like Zoom. The second part is building up your own website with a landing page, with a sell page, with a thank you page, with an affiliate login page, with the pages where you're gonna have all of the interviews set there for day 1, 2, 3, 4. Setting up that whole system, that's a major time warp, waster, basically. That's a whole second part of this thing. And then number 3 is marketing and putting on the virtual summit. Each of these steps should take you about a month each. And some of them bleed into the other, and there's ways that you can kind of save time, and that might be for another video, but those are the 3 steps that you need to keep in mind, okay? So number 4, how many subscribers did I get from the virtual summit? Now we're gonna get into the numbers, we're gonna get into the meat of this. So I got about 1,500 subscribers from this virtual summit. It might have been 1,550, it might have been a little bit more than that, but 1,500 was the kind of end game. That was the numbers that I got. I'm gonna go over how many email subscribers I got regarding the timeline of the virtual summit. Like how many did I have 4 weeks out, 3 weeks out, 2 weeks out, 1 week out, because that is very, very important. I'm gonna go over that in just a second. So how much money did we make? Obviously by the title of this video, you know that we made $3,632 with this virtual summit. It was awesome, it was very, very successful. I think that it basically did everything that I wanted it to do. Okay, that's short and sweet and to the point. So number 6, how did I make the money? AKA, this is the point of the video. So I need to answer that in 2 parts. I'm gonna go over the funnel, and then I'm gonna go over the marketing of the virtual summit. So it's gonna be a 2-part answer to this. Okay, so the sales funnel was very, very crucial, and there were a couple tools that I used that you can use in your own. But basically this is what I had. I had a landing page. The second page was an upsell page. So after they opted in, they went to an upsell page where it said, all right, you can get the all access pass for a limited time, at, I think it was like $67. And the all access pass was gonna bump up to $200 by the end of the summit. So this was like a hot deal that they could only get for 20 minutes. And then we had a thank you page, that was the third page, for people that did actually purchase the all access pass. And then I kind of had an affiliate login page for anybody that wanted to be an affiliate of the Grow Your Blog Summit and help me to promote it. And then I had basically the days, you know, on the back end of ClickFunnels, I had, you know, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, and I made a page for all of them. And I just made sure that you know, each interview was there. It had a headline above and it said Chris Brogan, how to find your writing voice. It had the link to his video, and then it had the video there, and then it also had like links to his website, blog, social media channels, all that sort of stuff. I used ClickFunnels to create this entire process, and it was actually so amazing. ClickFunnels, I bought the full suite. It was about $600, you know, to purchase it for 2 months, but it was so worth it. It made my life a whole lot easier, and it made everything just really kind of flow into each other. Another tool that I want to highlight is Deadline Funnel. I use Deadline Funnel to actually create some urgency. When people opted in, got their free ticket, and they went to the upsell page to buy the all access pass, I created a kind of deadline funnel where it was like a 20-minute countdown timer. Like, you only get this for the next 20 minutes. If you don't opt in, if you don't get it now, you're never going to get it. And it was quite awesome because that really provided a lot of urgency. And the way the deadline funnel works is it's a separate tool that you can buy, but basically it just redirects people at the end of that timer. It places a cookie or something, or it realizes an IP address. And when someone from that same IP address tries to, you know, get back to that page, it just redirects them to another page. So they can never see that offer ever again. Deadline Funnel is so great. It's actually very, very simple to integrate. And if you just look up online how to integrate with ClickFunnels, it's super, super easy. It took me like maybe 10 minutes. And then also, I kind of made the price go up every single day. This is the funnel. So not every single day, but every, you know, throughout the time of the virtual summit, it went up. So right after they signed up, they get the all access pass for $67, okay? Up until the first day of the virtual summit, if they, let's say they signed up 2 weeks before, up until the first day of the virtual summit, they get the all access pass for $99. And then it bumped up to $127, like at midnight on the first day. And then people could get the all access pass for $127 up until the last day of the virtual summit, and then it would bump up to $199. So that's incentivizing people to, you know, purchase, get that ticket, get that all access pass while they can. So it's super, super important to keep bumping up the price, because that's providing a lot of urgency to people. And that helped me to really make a lot of sales, okay? So marketing, now we're gonna get into the marketing part of it. And that's, you know, was my favorite part. I love marketing, obviously. I went to school for marketing, but here's 4 different ways that I actually, you know, got people to sign up for my virtual summit. Number 1 is my guests. I think that about 1/3 of my, you know, 1,500 email subscribers came directly from my guests, which was awesome. And I had about, you know, 5, 6, 7 of my guests really do some hardcore promotion for me, and I thank them so, so much. But basically, you're in contact with them, you give them an affiliate link after they're done, which you can set up in ClickFunnels very, very easily, by the way, and you give them half of, you know, the sale of the all access pass. So if they refer like 10 people and they buy the all access pass, then they get half of the sales. And that's just a fair thing to do that incentivizes them to help you promote it. Another way that I promoted was my existing email list. I already had an email list of about 3,000 people before the virtual summit. Now it's, you know, way up there again. But I mean, that's so, so important, honestly. And that probably gave me my first 300 to 400 subscribers to the virtual summit itself. So we had 1/3 from my guests, about 1/3 from my email list, a little bit less than 1/3. And then I started promoting on medium.com. I have a pretty good following on Medium. I was getting probably 100 subscribers to the virtual summit every single week. I started promoting, you know, around 4 weeks out of the virtual summit. And then I promoted just a little bit during the summit as well with my blog posts. But I released 3 blog posts every single week on the mission. And I got a lot of signups that way. I got a lot of people going to the virtual summit, etc., etc. And then finally, guys, number 4, I actually sent out an email to my own list of people, and I said, look, if you want to be an affiliate, you can be an affiliate of the virtual summit. You know, anybody that you send my way, you're going to get half of it. So anybody that, even if they weren't involved in the virtual summit, I let them be an affiliate, and I send that to my list, and I must have had like 60 to 70 people sign up to be an affiliate. And I'm guessing we probably got at least 200 more people, 200 more email subscribers, from the people that helped me out with my own email list. And I was just so thankful for them, so grateful to them. And I think that's really kind of the 4 major ways that I use to, promote my virtual summit. So guys, that's how I made that much money with my virtual summit. I had set up a system. I made sure to really kind of go back and think about how I want the virtual summit to go. The ideation behind the idea behind the virtual summit is so important. And maybe I'll get into that in future videos, but I have the feeling that if you're watching this video, you already know what your virtual summit's going to be about. I mean, you just want to know more of the tactical things, and I wanted to give that to you today. So number 8, and finally, there's a couple other things that happened because of this virtual summit, a couple other benefits that happened to me, not just monetary benefits or with the email list or email list growth or anything like that. A couple things that happened was I was featured on 3 podcast shows. One with Stephen Worley, one with Pete McPherson, and another with Brittany Crystal. They were all so much fun and really kind of helped me to think about my journey and share my story with their audiences, et cetera, et cetera. So it was really cool. It got my name out there more, got some link juice back to my website, from their websites. And it was a lot of fun. And I was featured on Stephen Worley's Life Skills That Matter podcast. And we just hit it off and really had a lot of fun. And I was featured alongside other people like Chris Brogan and Dory Clark. It was quite insane. Another thing that happened was the friendships. I built a lot of friendships with people like Frank McKinley, Jonas Ellison. Tiffany Sun was already my friend, but this, just helped to, strengthen that even more. Anthony Moore is my good friend. I'll link to all of their profiles below so you can follow them. Just a lot of great friendships happen out of this. Even Stephen Worley, we're good friends. Pete McPherson as well. And Brittany Crystal, I consider my friend. Also, another cool thing that happened was after people signed up, I sent them an automated email that said, you can become part of this Facebook group. I'm gonna go live every day of the virtual summit. You can go there and you can network with people, share blog posts, all that sort of stuff. That Facebook group has about 650 members in it right now. So about over a third of the people that signed up for the virtual summit are in the Facebook group. And it was pretty cool. So that's just another way that I can use to touch people, interact with people, go live maybe, and do all that sort of stuff. I haven't been active in that Facebook group since, but I'll link that below so you can see just what I've been doing there. Also I had some sales of my online course happen. When people bought the All Access Pass, I also gave them the first module of my Media Mastery course. And then on the back end of Teachable, I said, look, you bought the All Access Pass for however many dollars. If you want the rest of my Media Mastery course, you can buy it for 99 bucks. And that was a great deal, by the way. My course normally sells at 400 bucks. So, whether they got the All Access Pass at $67 and then they bought my course for 99, it's a great deal, and they really, really did well. So, that's what happened with a lot of people in the virtual summit. And I actually probably got 3, 4, 5 sales, 500 bucks, an extra 500 bucks. So it was pretty cool as another bonus that I added on to that. So it was awesome. My final little tip and thing that happened was a lot of people, when you put on a virtual summit, they're watching you interview people for hours and hours and hours. Each interview was at least 30 minutes. Some of them were getting up there to an hour. So when you see, 5, 6, 7, 8 interviews per day, and you're watching me really for 2.5 hours, and that really helped provide that really helped, show people who I am. That helped get me in front of more and more people, and they could really see the kind of person that I was, and they could trust me more. And I think that connection that I got with the audience was probably one of the most useful things and one of the biggest benefits of the virtual summit itself, honestly. So I had people in the Facebook group saying, oh, I love this event, like you're doing such a great job, I'm learning so much, I have a page full of notes. I'm like, wow, really? They really felt like they knew me at the end, and they heard me talking a lot, and I think that in and of itself was just a major, major benefit of doing a virtual summit. So, I made a good bit of money, I made a lot of friendships, I got a good email list, and a lot of people asked me, like, was the virtual summit worth it? And I think that when you consider how much work it is, from a monetary standpoint, from a financial standpoint, it might not be. I'm just trying to be honest with you, it might not be. But from an intangible standpoint, from an audience building standpoint, from like a, you're getting a brand new audience, then you're nurturing them and you're making friendships and you're getting on podcast shows and you're growing your Facebook group. I think that's where the real value lies. And you never know where you can take those people after you get them in for your virtual summit. That virtual summit, it's like nurturing on steroids. It's like you get those people in and then you're just nurturing to them and they're seeing everything that you're putting out and they're watching you for hours and hours over the course of a week. And then they figure out who you are. And they're like, wow, I'm not like, this guy seems pretty awesome, or I can really trust this guy now. And that's where, all of the value comes from, those intangibles right there with your audience. You can feel with your audience, that connection there. So just wanted to, quickly go over that with you. If you want more videos on virtual summits, let me know. I actually filmed a lot of the past couple months on my GoPro, because that's the only camera I had at the time. I filmed a lot of what I did on my GoPro, and I think that it might be that behind the scenes footage might actually be something that y'all might be interested in. So if you want to see more content on virtual summits, let me know in the comments below. Just hit like and subscribe for me. I'm going to come out with more content on virtual summits and blogging and making money online in the future. But for now, this is my first video. So I thank you guys for watching. I hope you learned a couple things. And if you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below as well. I'll try to get to them, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again very, very soon. Bye-bye.